Hello, everybody. I am really excited to be back. I don't think that you guys get it. I haven't filmed for a little while, but I did film a video last week where I was trying to get into a whole personal story and chat about some pretty deep things. And then I realized the content of the filming, the footage was disgusting. I don't know what it was, but it was just grainy. It was blurry. I was trying out some new settings. So I just wanted to scrap that and completely change that video. So we are doing a completely different one today. We are going to try something where I chit chat about all of some of my very favorite things as of recent. I see these videos on YouTube sometimes and I just think that they look seriously so fun. These super cool girlies will just sit down and tell you all about the things that they think are cute and fun and their faves and the trends that are working for them as of recent. So this is my take on that video. Also, we are trying a different version of a setup. We are trying a different version of mics. So let me know what you guys are thinking. I know for my personal brand right now, I'm really trying to just build up what my thoughts are and practice a bunch of different things. Just try everything out that I can, really. I don't know if it's going to be perfectly in the bed, cozy, comfy little sleepover vibe, or if I want to do one where I'm in my living room. I don't know. We're still figuring out what the whole vibe of the podcast is. And I have some very exciting new things coming out soon. I had a couple of ideas the other day that just felt like light bulbs went off for me. And I'm really excited about these things. It can be a little bit difficult and stressful to try to figure out what my brand is and how I really want to build it up, because I also know for myself, I'm very excited to get into acting in the next semester. I'm going to do some classes for it. And so I have to have very clear brands and very distinct ideas of what I want to do. So as of recent, I have been really working to try to create my personal brand and also just see what I want to do with this podcast. Because I know at the end of the day, I just want it to feel really real and honest. And you guys are just tapping into a new video with Rachel and you just come and sit and listen. And maybe it's one of those videos where you sit and listen while you're eating your dinner, or maybe you're cleaning up your house and you just have me playing in the background on your TV, or even better yet, maybe you are just doing some chores throughout the day and you're going to listen to this podcast while you are on your way out the door, getting some chores done, some errands, all those different things. Honestly, I want this podcast to feel like it works in any way. So I'm still trying to struggle and deal with that personal branding, but so far it's been really fun. Honestly, it really has. It can be difficult to try to really know what you're going to make something, but I think that practicing and learning through it is a part of the joy of the creation. So today, this is the new thing that we are trying out, where we're going to just chip back. So today, this is the new thing we're trying out, this new setup. Tell me if you like it. It's Emma Chamberlain themed. She's in her bed, all cozy up with her blanket, with her tea. I've drank almost all of this, but this is delicious. Drink of the day, we have some raspberry leaf tea with dandelion, 2 bags, with some milk in here. It is delicious. It's a very good milk tea. It's one of my favorite combos to drink when I'm right around my period, because I feel like it just heals my uterus. It starts to prep it for all of the bleeding that's going to go down. And then it also detoxes my stomach so that it can deal with all of the Advil that I'm going to take. So it's a really good mix and I really enjoy that one. No messing around. We are going to jump right into all of my favorites. Some videos that I see a lot of girlies do is they'll talk about the trends that they like and all of the new things. But I just want to tell you all of the things that I have been loving as of recent and the reasons why. First thing, tippity top of the list is corduroy. I just think that the texture of corduroy is so fun. I actually have a couch that is like a split 2-piece beanbag type of situation, which honestly, not gonna lie, I'm totally gonna change and replace when I come home after Christmas because I kind of hate it. But the texture is so cute. It's so chic. I just love a good corduroy piece. I also got a new pair of jeans as of recent, and they are so adorable. They're this rougey red wine corduroy, and I cannot stop wearing them. They're so, so pretty. I've been wearing them to work though, and where I work, I don't know what it is, but the cafe just has this very distinct scent. And when I come home from it, you can smell it all over your clothes, your hair, your everything. So you always have to shower right after. And that is starting to break my heart a little bit because I think my corduroy jeans are now smelling like my cafe. And it's bad, but I really do love those pants. Something I've also been loving is unique fine line tattoos. I've been seeing so many girls with the most beautiful patchwork arm tattoo work, whatever you call it. I honestly don't know, where it's just their whole arm is this dolled up with all these pretty fine line tattoos. And one of my friends, lovely Stella, she has quite a few and they're just placed gently around her arms and her shoulders and her chest. And I think it is so beautiful. And those I want to get more of. I only have one right now. And I had this other little idea, which connects me to the next thing called connecting with stars. I think there is something so beautiful and so romantic about, being out on your balcony or being at a park at night. Specifically in the summer, I think it's even better, but the winter will still do, where you are just sitting and you are staring up at the beautiful clear sky and you're just making a bond with the universe. I just think that is so beautiful. It's so spiritual. It's such a beautiful meditative moment to have. I love that shit. And that's actually a tattoo idea that I've had for a little while where I could get some star tattoos, or there's this beautiful fine line one that I saw on Pinterest, I think, of this girl sitting on a little hill and she's staring up at her favorite constellation. And I think that's so fucking cute. Where I would put it, I'm not 100% sure. And I want to be like very sure about tattoos before I get them because it took me like 4 years to get the tattoo that I have today. And I'm very comfortable with it. I love it. It's just a part of my body now. I don't even recognize I have it anymore because it's just very me. But I do want to be careful with tattoos, although I'm getting an itching to get some more. It's so fun. CD players and CDs themselves. I think it is so chic. So I was on a little walk after the gym a week or two ago, and I ended up seeing that somebody left a CD player and a VHS player outside their house, and it's in a junk bin where you can just take anything. And I'm like, well, I've been wanting a CD player for the longest time. So I picked it up and I brought it home, and I had 2 CDs with me, which is my favorite. I love these little ones. They're from Putumayo Presents, and it's just a little album of distinct type of songs. So I have one for French jazz and like Italian cafe or something like that. Maybe they're interchangeable, but those. And I have been playing it all the time. I'm loving it. I really need to get some new CDs. I know that when I go home for Christmas, my parents are going to have a bunch that they don't use anymore. And here's hoping that my mom hasn't thrown them away yet. Cause I know she does some spring cleaning sometimes, but I wonder how deep she's went. And here's hoping she hasn't, because I want to take all of my favorite childhood CDs back and just play it all the time. I just think it's so chic and cute. I love a good vinyl, but it's overdone. Vinyls are so expensive nowadays, and I can't find a record player that I know is like really good quality, but there's something about the cracklingness of a CD that I just, it's nostalgic. It's so adorable. I used to play them all the time growing up, and so I'm definitely going to take 100 home if my mom has that many. Milk tea. I've been drinking it over the past few days, and I just think it is glamour. It is just glamorous. There's something about tea that I feel like is medicine in a cup, and people haven't been drinking in society nowadays. Everyone talks about coffee. Everyone talks about matcha. Matcha is so performative, so overdone. I hate it. I'm done with it. But people don't drink tea that much. And you might go, well, what do you know about tea? How do you know how many times somebody drinks tea? I can't talk. I'm literally speaking over myself. I do know. I'm a barista/bartender. I know that people order tea twice a day. Literally twice a day will I ever get a tea order. Other than that, I get 1,500 coffee orders plus. I just think it's so cute. We need to start drinking tea more often. You can find ones that are healing and really good for where you're at in specific places, like a calming tea to get you to sleep, like a lightning tea, like a black tea to wake you up. I think it is just chic. Tea in general, chic as hell. Love it. Adding a little milk in there, a little tea latte. Love that shit. Baggy jeans that specifically fit you around the waist. This is something I've always had a tough time finding, but the baggy jeans I'm wearing today, y'all, these ones are the shit. I got these ones from Simon's, but they're the brand Twick, which is also where my corduroy jeans are from. Apparently I'm talking about jeans tonight. Who knew? But these ones fit me just perfectly around the waist where I don't have to wear a belt if I don't want. They're just long enough for my legs. I'm like 5'9", so needing a long pair of jeans is a necessity. I need to have it. They're comfortable, they're good quality, and they were like $70 or something. I feel like you can't find jeans for less than $200 nowadays, which is ridiculous. It's the shit. If you at least have one pair of really good quality jeans where you know your size and you go back to that same piece all the time, it's a good staple to have in your wardrobe. Of course, your size can change over the time. Like that happens. It's very human. But as long as you know that it generally fits you proportionate wise, you're good to go. Healing soups. I had a soup today that was filled with lentils and mushrooms and peppers and tomatoes. And I just literally threw together anything that I had in my fridge that I needed to use. It was so delicious. I'm getting really into fun hippie herbs and teas and those types of things. So I added nutritional yeast and flax seeds and a bunch of different spices that I have. And there was something about it that just genuinely fills my soul. It filled my belly and it made me feel so good and satiated. And it's not too heavy, but it's also hearty and it's delicious. But then it just calms your soul in such a way. Love a good healing soup. Something I think is so chic are those living rooms you'll find on Pinterest where it's like made for you to sit on the floor and like do crafts. This is something I am so excited and so adamant about getting in my little studio apartment. Not a debate whether I am or am not going to get this. I'm just waiting for me to get more money. I'm just waiting to get paid every paycheck and just spend my money on this type of stuff where I just want a beautiful, large centerpiece couch, a tiny little coffee table just to leave a couple things that I might need. I already have my table and chairs for little dinners. And then I just want a bunch of puffs and blankets all thrown over the floor and a really comfy rug. And I just want to sit on my rug constantly and do crafts. And I want to invite some of my friends over and we just sit and we just hang out. Whether you're doing art or you're reading or you're genuinely just laying down and listening to music, there's something about a living room to me that has a really comfortable vibe that is such a necessity for a home. And I've been really trying to build my home up. It takes a while, especially when you're on the budget that I'm on, but it really is so worth it. And I'm so excited to fully get that. I think it's the cutest little thing. It's also such a great place to actually have a space for you and people to come over and hang out, especially because I'm living in a studio. The bedroom area, yes, you can hang out here, but I really want this to feel like either just for my podcast or to sleep. I want that cutesy little living room space. A whistling kettle. I have a whistling kettle that's orange and I think I got it from Amazon or something, but it's freaking adorable. There's something so classic and 2000s. I think honestly, all of these are just nostalgic, romantic things that I love, but there's something so classic about it when you hear the kettle go at a very high pitched whistle and it's like, hey girl, your tea is ready. Come and get it. Love that shit. I'm realizing that a lot of these things are super random. Some of them kind of make no sense, but one leg up when you are sitting or driving. Do you guys know what I mean? When you're sitting at a chair or at a desk or something and you're really getting into the space, so you bring your one leg up and you're leaning on that leg. There's something chic about that. I don't know what it is, but I freaking love that. Dark blue base with white polka dots on top of it. This little bow that I have here is very, very dark navy blue and there's little white polka dots on it. And I think it like reminds me of my mama. I just think it's just so cutie. There's something about it that just pops and it's like, hey, I'm here. I love it. What a design. Along with that is plaid and stripes, especially stripes that are, I feel like I don't have any here, but I feel like I keep seeing them all over my Pinterest page. Just very sharp colored stripes. So a dark pink and a very light baby pink. And the way that it balances each other out, I don't know what it does to my brain, but I just love that shit. And I just recently ordered a couple more things online for my house, and I'm pretty sure literally all of them have stripes on it. But I'm okay. I'm going to have a full striped house and I'm confident with that. So this very specific energy that comes to mind, I cannot get over how much I adore and honestly need in my life. I have this one friend, Mia, and I've totally mentioned her 1.5 million times on this podcast. And she just brings this beautiful energy to a space. I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm around her and we plan to hang out, it always feels slow and comfortable and somehow you're still being productive and getting everything you want done in a day and you can look forward to dreams and there's just this really comfortable happy friend energy that I have around her and I just love that energy. I adore it. It feels like a really beautiful warm orange. Love that bitch. I need to hang out with her again. She's such a cutie. Something I also find so chic is my little phone. I don't have it with me. I don't know where I left it because I honestly barely use that thing. But a little flip phone, some classy little tiny phone where you're literally never on it. And it's just when you pick up your calls all tiny and everything. I think that's so cute. It's so cunty. Crafting, sewing, or being in like a creative flow of making some version of art. Love that. I think as a society, we are losing creativity way too fast. We need to hoin that back in, bring it back, girls, and just focus on doing fun little things. And some stuff that I find is so fun are the girlies doing little junk journals, or they'll do watercolors, or just any art at all. Sewing. What's that one thing that the grandmas do? The stitching thing? I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna look stupid when I don't remember what this is called, where they have the needles. Anyways, that so cute. actually just like creating things out of your own hands. I have a tiny baby adorable little sewing machine and I really want to pop it out again sometime soon, especially when I have my freak ass living room back. I'm so excited for that, where I just have this fun little energy and space and you're playing some fun jazz music and you're dancing around the room to it and you've just got a really good home feel to it. You got people in your home. Everything just feels so comfy and cozy and you can just get into a creative flow of sewing. Oh, eat that up, especially with a yummy little milk tea. Guys, oh my God, love that. I think it's so interesting that the energy that I had growing up as a child in my home is totally the energy I'm trying to hone in for my own space, where I just want it comfy and cozy and just feel like there is everything you've ever needed. That's one of the reasons I want a cat so freaking bad too, is because they just bring such a calming little fun little energy. It's so cute. And it's just there. Colorful and eclectic homes. Eclectic. I think on my Pinterest page, that is probably the only thing I ever have pinned. And the only thing on the actual For You page, home page board is just photos of a freaking living room or homes that have these beautiful designs, tons of art that honestly make no cohesive sense at all, but they're just there and they're fun and you've just got the color and you're always building up another thing. And I just think that stuff is sick. I really do. And I don't know why homes are still modern and boring and like the beige, boring bitch homes. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm over it. So over it. I get that people have their specific aesthetics, but guys, color exists for a reason. Can we please use that? You don't have to use every single color under the rainbow, but pick 3 or 4 and use them. I use pink and green and a plummy shade and like a baby blue and like a wood shade. Honestly, I don't realize how much of this very specific shade of pink that I have in my house. It's almost scary. I don't remember when I started enjoying this pink. I just have it literally everywhere. My whole entire bed is pink. I have a room divider that's pink. I have a lot of freaking pink. That pink is beautiful. Love a good pink. Love a yellow. Love a good green. She's not appreciated the way she should be. Green is gorge. Oh, you know what I love? A really good classic colorful nail and or a classic French nail. I cannot wait to go get my nails done. I'm going to get my nails done right before I go home for Christmas because there's just something so yummy about having a new set and I'm so excited for it. I finally started getting my nails done at a real salon within the past, I'm going to say 6 months. I honestly never went before. I would go for just a basic manicure for like a sibling's birthday or something like that. But within the past little while, I started going to this one very specific salon and they know what they're doing. They do, I think, just regular gel to put on the tip and then they use acrylic as far as I'm aware. Girl, it works. I eat it up. I am so in love with that acrylic. It lasts forever. It looks so good. It is just edible and I am never not going to do it. Honestly, freaking adore it. I used to do gel nails for the longest time. I actually don't know if I've ever talked about that on the pod, but I was gonna create a whole gel nail business. Like I was on the brisk of doing it, and then I never ended up continuing it. But I would do nails for my siblings and my mom, and I just did this all the time. It was my thing. It was my favorite hobby for the longest time. I would get into some really intricate designs on my hands, and it would take me, I'm gonna say 10 hours, but I would buckle down whenever I had a day off. I'm like, okay, you're waking up. You are doing your shower first in the morning, obviously, and then you do your gel nails. Then you take a break because actually putting them on takes like the longest time itself. And then you go into the designs, which is when it takes a while too. So it takes an hour to do the actual set. And then I buckle down for 4 hours and get the rest of the designs ready. And I did used to really love it, but I don't know what it was about the gel nails, but it would only last a week. And I don't want to spend so much time every single week doing that set. So if every couple of months I decide to go get a nice quality acrylic set at this salon, girl, I eat it up. It's not cheap, but love that shit. And I'm going to keep doing that. So we're going to get a good classic Frenchy Christmas set and block colors where 2 or 3 of the colors is pink and then 2 or 3 of the colors is blue. That's so cute. I have little purple nails on right now, which I don't know if you can see. You can. They're pretty cutesy. Something I also find is super weirdly chic is calisthenics. I think this is the funniest thing that I'm ever going to talk about because my very first boyfriend used to be obsessed with this shit and was weirdly thinking of him this morning. Hope he's doing well, dude. But this was his thing. He would do this for like maybe 2 hours a day. Honestly, that's probably an exaggeration, but he definitely told me about his routine. I don't remember it. It was 3 to 4 years ago. Damn, that was wild. I haven't talked to him in a hot minute. But that was his shit. And nowadays I am loving it. I'm not that good at it because I'm only just started, but I'm so excited to see some growth. The thing like getting handstands and handstand holds and certain yoga poses and being able to do pull-ups and push-ups. And these are the very specific things I like to do. I don't know if that's what constitutes as calisthenics, but honestly, I don't really care. I just think that shit is so cool. I just think it's so cool. Back walkovers and, or I was going to say aerobatics. Aerobatics is not a word. Like gymnastics. So yes, I'm talking about handstands and shit. That stuff, fun. I love that stuff. And I think it's really cool to have body strength where you can do those things. And certain holds too, where you're doing that L hold. I want to do that. I need to get better at my handstands and my push-ups before I get into the crazy stuff. But I just think that stuff is, why is it so chic? I don't know. It just is. It's just cool. Another really cool thing is whenever I go to a cafe and see that somebody can properly type, and I don't mean that bullshit when you're using just your pointer fingers, because what I do. I mean, the shit where you're literally a whole hand and you're using, what's it called? The L row method or something? The home row method. Fucking stupid. I think it's called that. I think. Where you're fully both hands on and you just move your fingers, but you don't actually move the hand. I don't know why. I just think that's so cool. My mom used to be able to do that and type 100 words a minute or something like that growing up. But that was the super coolest, chicest thing. And I remember actively trying and be like, no, this is going to be my thing. I am going to learn to properly type. I'm going to get there. And I played these games with my siblings growing up on this computer that we had, the home computer, where we'd play these games and we would learn how to type. It was super fun. Loved that stuff. But I still don't know how to really properly type. I'm getting better, but the typing where you don't even have to look down. You can be fully daydreaming and then also writing about what you want. That's sick. So I need to practice that. Ooh, light bulbs that actually change color. I think they're so fun. Those LED strips need to fucking die. Those are so ugly. I'm over it. That was 10 years ago. Girl got out of here stuff. No, not that. But having colors in your home from the lights, so chic. I have the Amazon bulbs in my kitchen and in my bathroom, and they're just fun. And I have this little lamp right here that's purple, and this one isn't, but I want to get a bulb for this one so it could be a different color. And I want to get a bulb for my overhead lighting. And I know somewhere here I'm going to say no overhead lighting. Oh, it's coming up. But honestly, overhead lighting with a specific color, yes. Because if you do overhead lighting with, I'm going to say, a deep, dark magenta or pink, and then you do little splotches of yellow, or you do overhead like a warm yellow and then the splotches of magenta. It's warm, it's cozy, it's inviting. I want to sit in that house. Anyway, I want 2 more lights in this building, this apartment. I need 1 or 2 over there and 1 or 2 over in this corner, just so I can have lighting all over and it just can feel so balanced. My lighting bill is so high and I couldn't care less. Being sober, I talked about this in my last episode, and I did get some pushback. And you know what? Don't appreciate it. Just kidding. No, I actually do appreciate the comments. Thank you for sharing your opinions. You could have been a little nicer about it, but anyway. There were just some people who commented some really harsh things, and I deleted those comments because they were being bitchy. But being sober, I think it's chic. I think it's cool. My friend Sophia, I mentioned her in my last video. She's cool. She just is sober. She doesn't drink. She's just the kind of girly who doesn't need to, is already fun and amazing herself. That's cool. Come on, that's a cool girl fun thing. If you have to be the kind of girl who has to get blackout to have fun, that's not cool. That's lame. We're over it. Being sober is the newest trend. Junk journal fridges. Oh, I love these, where you have all of these different photos and little things that you've kept from memories all up over your fridge. I think that's so cool. The next one that I have on my list is solo dates. I think there is something that is just so loving to take yourself out on a solo date, to not always need somebody around you. And yes, have a community, have a village, have people around you that you love, that you want to keep around, that also fuel you and fuel your energy. But solo dates, come on, go grab a drink at a bar and do a little journaling or people watch or literally talk to yourself, because I do that constantly. I'm always just like literally talking to myself at full volume walking to the street. I look like I'm on the phone. I look psychotic. I don't care. Be for real, girl. Be blessed that you get to hear my thoughts. Don't think that I'm a crackhead. I'm not. Taking yourself out for dinner, going to the park, all that shit. You don't always need somebody with you. And I'm a very big proponent of this. I have adventured more and gotten to know myself more than anybody else ever. And I'm so grateful for that, because now that I really know who I am, I'm able to create bonds with other people by knowing me. And I think that's sick. Minimalism of a wardrobe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't 100% practice this, and I do wish that I could, but we're getting there. Finding really good pieces that are statements, that are staples to your wardrobe, and just loving it and not overbuying just to buy, but having a good piece that just, a really good top for going out, a really good top for a formal event, a great pair of jeans, a good pair of heels, and not overdoing it with 17 different pairs of heels and a bunch of this or a bunch of that. Just having some classic options, you can look really good and have everything that you need. And you can get those fun little things like a super fun dress for New Year's or a fun dress for this or whatever. But just like the classic things, love that shit. What I'm wearing today, a classic pair of low waist baggy jeans, a little classic see-through sort of white tank top, a little red cardigan. These are things that you can rewear in so many different capacities, and I love that stuff. Ooh, a bag for the bag. This one's fun. What I have is these two little bags that I keep in my purses, depending on which purse I switch over to. Because I have a couple of different ones where I have my backpack when I'm going studying, I have my tote bag when I go grab groceries or go on errands, and then I have my regular bag for just work and daily activity. And I have these little bags in the bag. So one of them's got lotion in it, and it's got and hand sanitizer and mouth spray and all the little things that you need, like a tampon and a couple coins in case you need to buy a tampon, or some cash in case you need a snack or some water. Those little things that you have in your little purse when you know you need it, the lip gloss, all the little items. That. And then I also have another one with chargers and headphones and other little things I need. I love that shit because then that way you don't have to dump all of the stuff out of your purse every time you switch one. You just take your two little bags and bring them over, and you got all your stuff that you need. Using men's deodorant. I know this sounds weird, but I swear to God it works better. I swear. Bet your bottom dollar that men's deodorant works so much better than women's. I use two deodorants actually. I double up because your girl often smells bad. So she tries to get behind that and fix it. I'll use a Speed Stick deodorant, and then I use a Dove spray. Those ones are good. I'm not saying that you can't use women's deodorant, but I feel like you have to top it up way more often than you do with men's, where I feel like I put on men's deodorant, like I double up, and I don't have to think about it for the next 24 hours. I can do it the next morning. I'm gonna smell good the whole time. I can honestly even shower and then not have to top it up for 5-6 hours after, because I'll put it in the morning, I'll shower midday, and then in the evening, somehow the deodorant is still sticking. I don't know what it is. It just is. And I don't mean I don't wash my pits. I totally do. I'm just saying it absorbs into the body and it's something. It does. And I love natural products. I love being cruelty free. I love taking care of products that are good for my environment, good for my body, good for the world. But I can't fuck with that natural stuff. Girl, I'm going to smell disgusting. I want to go to the gym every day. You expect me to go to the gym and also smell like a pig and not shower 17 times? I'm a busy woman. I can't shower 6 times a day. Showering once a day it's max. It's not going to happen more than that. It's a very randomly rare occasion that I would ever have a bath and then shower. I'm never going to do 2 showers. I can't do that shit, y'all. So it's going to have to be a good quality deodorant, and it might be fucking up my carbon footprint. That's not what a carbon footprint is. But it might not be good for the environment, and I'm really sorry, but I'm going to do other things. Collecting matchboxes instead of lighters. I think it's so cute. I do have lighters for my candles because I often light them. And also, I'm going to need a new candle soon. This one's done, and I don't think I've ever actually finished a candle, which is crazy. But that is awesome. I love little matchboxes. I think it's just so cute to have little ones. Very specific product drop. I can't believe I'm dropping it at the end of the video. The Fenty Beauty Easy Drops. It's like a skin tint / foundation product. Love that stuff. I love it. It performs like a skin tint, but then it's also just softly matte. So it looks so good and your skin can still glow from within, but then it doesn't look greasy and oily and you don't have to over powder it. I don't know, but that product, man, so good. Ooh, you know what I also think is chic? Using old skincare that you don't use anymore on your feet and your legs and your chest and your arms. And I forget what this is called. Your neck, your area. The word's not neck. Your décolletage. This area, I think that's beautiful. I have a bunch of other products that are like niacinamide that I realized don't work with my skin, or very thick overnight moisturizers, and I just can't use them on my face because I'll break out or it'll just be too greasy or whatever. But using them on your feet, using them to just get really soft, supple skin all over your body, I think that's so cute. You're not wasting. You're using everything that you need to. You're using up a proper product rather than throwing it away. You're not wasting your money on other products. It's so cute. And honestly, the face products work. Like they work. My feet have never been softer. So there you go. And almost last but not least, I have two more things. Dancing to French jazz, having a comfy home where everything just feels lovely and light and you're making a yummy little dinner for yourself and you just got French jazz playing in the background and you're dancing around. I love that. And then last but not least, an ode to my last week and everything that I've been doing, Minute Cryptic the past couple of days. I've been loving it. I haven't gotten it exactly quite yet. It's definitely taking me a little while to get into the zone of understanding what the hell is going on, but it's so fun. It's these little riddles that you can play where it will just say the most ungrammatically correct sentence and you have to figure out what the answer to the whole thing is. I cannot explain it to you. Unfortunately, you're going to have to watch a video because I don't understand it myself, but very fun little game. And I think it's just chic to play a little mind game and prevent that dementia. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's a fun little tradition to do every single day. Super cute. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you truly enjoyed this episode. I love you all. And I think within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have some really fun things come out about my brand. I have a little thing that I want to drop sometime soon, but I don't know if I'm going to drop it before the New Year's or not. We will see. I think that one's going to be so fun. It's going to be another little thing that I do weekly that connects to this brand. If you have any ideas about this brand and the way that I can do thumbnails or the way that I can do titles or the way that I can just like what my personality is through YouTube and through Spotify and through this other idea that I have, let me know. Because I truly want to be perceptive to the ideas that you guys have, what you think is clickable, what you think is interesting, what you think actually shows the content that I have. My goal for podcasts and this content isn't just so that I get the most clicks or I get the most subscribers or the most views or whatever it is. I don't want that. It's that I want people to actually be able to enjoy my content. So if you saw a thumbnail and you went, okay, I liked the video, but this one didn't really make me, to watch it and actually, what your energy was, let me know. Let me know because that's what I've been working on as of recent. And I know that just taking my own opinion isn't the consumer's opinion. So you let me know, girl. Let me know if you have other video ideas, what else you'd love to see. I love you lots. Have a great day. Ciao.